You know, you'd think I wouldn't have to say this anymore, but I do. So, don't take this seriously.
Stupid me. I had my microphone turned off. Um, yeah, I'm gonna try this again because it turns out the first time I tried to record this session, I had my microphone turned off the entire time, and wow, did I feel intelligent. So, we are going to try this again, and we will hopefully be a little bit more successful. So, as you remember last time, we went and killed all the Space Marines up in here, which is cool. So, they're all dead, except for these guys. But we'll go and kill them in a minute. Um, Nope. And I'll let you guys know what was going on, but something cool happened down here. And I have never, ever seen it before. I'm kind of hoping it happens again, because it just kind of blew my mind. Now, I still have no idea what that does for me, since I have no, spaceship in space to drop my orcs from. Because, we're orcs, we don't work like that. So, yeah. That'll be... I don't know if that actually works for us, or if that just denies it to the enemy. But anyway, so we're gonna go attack this moon right here. Yeah. It should be pretty simple. So let's get a move on. Go take Iridine. Iridine. It sounds like a person's name. If you have the name Iridine out there, let me know. Put it in a comment, because you've got a cool name. Also, you have a planet named after, or a moon named after you, which is just cool. Oh, excuse me. Also, if I sound, if I kind of trail off, or yawn like this, right, like I'm doing right now, excuse me, pardon me, is because it's kind of late at night at the moment, and, I tried to record this once already, and it didn't work, but, I'm kind of stubborn, and I'm like, I'm going to get a video, I'm going to record a session tonight. I don't care how long it takes me. I'm gonna record a session tonight. And it will be a glorious session, and the WAAAAAAAAAAAAH will continue, and, all that good stuff. I want to kick you. Also, I don't know if you can notice, I can notice just a bit, but I messed with my, sound settings a bit, because I listened to some of my other recordings, and, I did not like how I sounded. I sounded a little too quiet at times, so I decided to mess with the sound settings just a bit, make sure that, y'all can hear me. Y'all can hear me. I'm not Southern. I'm from, well, I'm not gonna tell you where I'm from, because, this is Psycho's Anonymous. You cannot know where I am from. Well, I mean, I guess you can if you, like, stalk me down, and hunt me. Or really, I guess, you could figure out, what my Steam name is, and go from there. But I'm really hoping you guys don't, because I'd prefer that you respect my privacy. I am a YouTuber, yes, but I do have a certain amount of, I'm not a big fan of people. We'll just go, we'll go with that. I'm not a big fan of people, and we'll leave it at that. In fact, I never went to my high school prom. Any of them. We had like four formal dances throughout the year. We had a lot of dances. And there was a lot of dancing. And of course, with the dancing comes all the other things that happen at a prom that, really shouldn't, but kind of do anyway. So, that's a thing. I want to, if I'm going to kick you, I will kick you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Worm! I don't know why I said that. On another note, on a side note that may or may not be important to you at all, recently I have decided that, once this campaign is finished, which, could take a long time, considering how much crap I have to capture, and all that good stuff, it is, I am going to play another campaign of this, but I will not be playing it on the vanilla game. I will instead be playing it on, the Titanium Wars mod. So you will see a heck of a lot more units and, you know, all sorts of good things. Now I'm having a little internal debate at the moment with myself whether as to what race I want to play as. Part of me says, you know, play as your next favorite race. You know, because you can't play as Tyranids in Dawn of War 1, but you can in Dawn of War 2. But we're not playing Dawn of War 2, we're playing Dawn of War 1. So, my 3 favorite races are in descending order. First, Tyranids, because really, Tyranids. And I'll explain why I like them in a minute. Actually, Orcs are my 3rd favorite. Now, I don't, you know, hey, those of you who like Orcs out there, it's nothing against you. It's just, really, while I am a fan of the fact that really they're hilarious, I also have a, distinct, you know, feeling that's like, okay, you know, there is a limit to how ridiculous they can be, and while they are cool, and they're, you know, all that goes, oh, I need power. I need power. Power. But anyway, you know, as cool as the Orcs are, and I'll fully admit, they are very cool. They have their moments of coolness. One thing I will fully admit about them is that at times they can be a little ridiculous. Like, if you play the tabletop game, they actually have a rule called don't press stat, which means that if you accidentally roll too many movement points in a certain number of turns, and I don't know the exact rule, but I think if it winds up being, if you move too fast too often, essentially your vehicle goes out of control and it can't shoot or pretty much do anything of use. And it essentially drives off the table by itself. Which, you know, kind of sucks. But yeah, that's what I mean by there's got to be a limit to your ridiculousness. Which is why, again, in descending order, my favorites are Tyranids, and then Necrons, because really Necrons are just death robots, you know, that look like death robots. I mean, they look like skeletons. That's cool. But then, of course, you've got, you've got the fact that, you know, they've got this epic history, and they don't use psychers at all. They don't use the warp. They're just so technologically advanced that they just kick everyone's asses with technology. And secondly, they look frickin' epic. I mean, really, who's gonna argue with a death robot that looks like a true death robot? I mean, they look like skeletons. Again, oh yeah, wait, I already said that, didn't I? Yeah. Anyway, you know, and then of course I've got, damn. Oh well. I don't really need that anyway. Anyway, so like, and then there are the Tyranids. And everyone else is fighting a war for various, you know, reasons, except for the Orcs, who really aren't fighting so much of a war as they're just continuing a war that they really haven't stopped since they were created. On a side note, I found out they were created to fight the Necrons, I think. Check that. Somebody check that in a Necron, or in a Orc Codex, because I don't know that right off the top of my head. Again, don't play them a whole lot, except for here. But anyway, I like the Tyranids because they're not so much fighting a war as they're just literally om-nomming their way across the universe. They're going from one planet to the next just eating stuff. They're eating everything they run into, which is just kind of funny and really cool. Is that a fuel tank? There's just a random fuel tank on this. That probably not safe there, guys. You know, just saying. Also, what happens if that Gretchen right there falls? That could hurt. Also, the fact that there's a grenade at the bottom does not instill me with a whole lot of confidence about
4 minutes
the safetiness of this particular structure. Also, your mounting for your gun there seems to be kind of fun. Hey, no sleeping on the job. Wake up. Wake up. There. See? Stay awake. Wound him. Hey, Gorguts.
Is the biggest and the strongest.
Oh, this could be, bad. Not true. You can be beat, Gorguts, just not while I'm in command. Which also raises another interesting point. Is this my WAAAAAAAAAH or Gorguts' WAAAAAAH? I'm confused. Because technically, I'm the one commanding everything. Technically, these are his forces, I guess. So, you know, is this my WAAAAAAAH or Gorguts'? Also, Gorguts, God, you bloody the body's moving. That's nasty. It's yucky. Stop it. No, 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 no. Yes, we get it. You like to stomp. God. Gorguts. We got it. Seriously. You don't have to say it that many times in a row. We fully understand that you are there to chop and stomp. And whatever else it is that you do. Just kill him and leave the corpses lying all over the place. Which is something I do like about how good my computer is. I can have, you know, playing this game multiplayer with all of the body, with the body reduction and the crater reduction set to 0, which basically means everything that I kill lies around until the end of the game, and any explosion craters that are created hangs around to the end of the game. Now imagine that in multiplayer, you know, when I've got 8 guys on this, you know, 8 guys on the battlefield, all shooting at each other. The amount of corpses is just glorious. It is glorious, I tell you. It's so beautiful just seeing piles upon piles of corpses just lying around. And it's so cool because you can tell where you know, the forces kind of generally met each other. You know, you can kind of track the entire battle off of, you know, just where the corpses are.
One minute until take and hold victory.
Hey, don't do that with your chopper. You'll mess it up. Yeah, but anyway, so, you know, I'll be, I don't know what race I'll play as next time, but I'll figure it out before this one's over, and then I'll let you know. And my thoughts are kind of disjointed, because it's kind of late at night, and I'm kind of tired. Oh, gee, excuse me. And unlike some people out there, I'm not a big fan of coffee, so, you know. I mean, I'll have it, but I don't really enjoy it. I prefer tea, red rose tea specifically. I've got a small stash here in my room. Fortunately, I don't really have a source of hot water. I'll have to rectify that in the near future. What? Nothing? I got nothing? Fine. The WAAAAAAAH from the Humies in the Bloodraven Space Marines. No, I think you guys have some grammatical issues with that. Yeah. Alright, well, let's end this turn. No yawn again, but I'll do it off of microphone this time. There we go. The Chaos guys are never gonna take that moon. They just don't seem to get it. Nope, they don't. They don't understand that they're going and attacking a campaign base. Although the fact that they're not attacking is a little strange. I kind of want them to. Hey, wait a minute. They can. Do you think I should? Nah, I'm not worried about it that much. Alright, let's go and fight these dangerous chicks here. The Order of the Sacred Rose. Won't their corpse... Do you think their corpses smell better than most people's? You know, since they're the Order of the Sacred Rose. I really don't think so, but, you know. A guy can think. Can't he? Probably. I'm a psycho. I'm not sure if I'm necessarily allowed to think. I'll have to check my contract. No, I don't actually. Well, I might have a contract.
Too big to be beat.
But if I actually have a contract, do you think I'm gonna tell you? Excuse me. God.
Let's get looting.
Huh. Never noticed the skull blare before. I mean, I might have, but just been ignoring it. Oi, Gretchen. There he is.
Who's there? What's happening?
We're gonna get some power this time. We're not gonna, since we've already got some units, we're not gonna build a boys' hut first.
Boss. Storm boys is ready for a fight.
See, that was intelligent.
We'll make it all.
Now I can already grab one of these.
Hello? Who's there? Build it right up for you.
For Gork and Morg.
Also, I did find out a little bit more about Gork and Morg. Not a whole lot. Again, I do not own the, Orc Codex. I own the Tyrannid and the Necron Codex, but I do not have the Orc Codex. I might get it eventually, just to find out more about the Orcs. But considering how expensive the codexes are, I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to be anytime in the near future, because they're expensive.
What now?
I mean, really, they're pretty stinking expensive. And, now, thankfully, I got my, the small amount of Tyrannids that I have at a relatively good price, for which I have to thank my local gaming shop for. But, you know, even so, it was still, be no pretty penny just to go out and just say, hey, I want to buy the Orc Codex, because I want to buy the Orc Codex. Not because I'm going to play the Orcs or anything. It's just because I want the Codex. You know, that seems a little... It seems to me that there are probably better uses for what little money I have. You know, because you gotta remember, I'm a college student. Well, sort of, anyway.
Build it right up for you.
Yours. If you say so. Oh, here, boss. Sod off.
I still think they sound British.
You point, we go. Where's the fight?
Although that could just be from the way they speak. Excuse me. You know, that could just be kind of a side effect.
Hello?
That their orky speak happens to resemble, when you break it down, happens to resemble a British accent of sorts.
Do it.
I don't know. I could be just going crazier than normal. If I'm going crazier than normal, let me know. It won't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time. Actually, I pretty much honestly guarantee it won't be the last time. I go crazy on a pretty good regularity. How do you say that? That didn't come out right. But you know what I mean. I go crazy pretty regularly. There we go. Regularly. I had an old teacher, right, when he would make us go and sit down in our classrooms, he would go, regular! Because we were going to our regular seats, you know. He was probably one of my favorite teachers of all time. He was my middle school science teacher. He was amazing. He was so much fun. I mean, seriously, he always had like a thing of hot sauce going on a Bunsen burner at the front of the classroom. Because, you know, he figured, you know, you always gotta have a Bunsen, you know, being in a science lab, you gotta have a Bunsen burner going. But he couldn't come up with anything good to put, you know, to actually legit have, or a good reason to actually have the Bunsen burner going at all times. So he just put hot sauce on it and was constantly making hot sauce. And it was like habanero hot sauce. I mean, it was really hot stuff. And I remember one guy, he's like, oh, it can't actually be that hot. So, the teacher, you know, got out a spoon and spoon-fed him some, and the dude sat there at the back of the classroom, pretty much, like, trying to wipe it off of his tongue for, like, 20 minutes. It was pretty funny. It was pretty stinking funny.
We're under attack!
Pretty funny stuff. Unfortunately, the year after I left, he retired. Although it might have been, because, I left and I was his favorite student. Or it could have been the fact that the stress of, having me as a student, finally drove him to the edge and, he decided to retire because of me.
Green is best.
I'm still going with it was because I was his favorite student and he decided not to teach after his favorite student left. That's what I'm going with.
Moving out.
Also, I don't know if you guys have seen the Sisters of Battle, but the Sisters of Battle are pretty, even in the board on the tabletop game, they can be pretty scary ladies.
6 minutes until taken
They've
hold
got some
victory.
pretty nasty abilities. Not to mention that they're pretty much female Space Marines. And first off, females are scary in and of their own right. Honestly, I'm more. Alright, seriously, if you piss off a dude and then piss off a chick, who are you gonna be more afraid of, the pissed off chick or the pissed off dude?
Green is
I'm gonna go with the pissed off dude because we dudes tend to fight relatively fairly, but there's a reason a fight between two chicks is called a cat fight. I mean, there's a legit reason. I have a friend of mine who believes that if there's a reason that women aren't allowed into combat situations in the army, it's because they know that when a chick goes to war, they will continue the war until the enemy is freaking destroyed, whereas we guys would, make peace treaties and stuff. You girls wouldn't do that. We have a code of honor. I'm not saying girls don't. I'm just saying that there tends to be a little more less tended to. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up before my girlfriend kills me. Do you think that Gretchen in there can actually see what he's doing? I mean, it looks like he's, kind of actually let me look at this. Let's look at this. Does that Grodd actually have a line of sight out of it? Because as we all know, line of sights are important. I guess he could. Yeah, I guess he does have a line of sight. It's a pretty narrow vision gap, but orcs are orcs, whatever. What the hell was that sound? Oh, that's this thing.
4 minutes until taken hold victory.
Yeah, so while messing around with the Titanium Wars mod, I discovered that the Eldar can build this thing and pull their Titans out of it. Their Titans are not scary per se, but their Titans are pretty nasty. Also in Titanium Wars, you can get Titans. I mean, like Titans, which is cool. I don't know if you can get Stompas though. I think you can. I could be wrong.
Please, no more kicking.
I know, we'll find out when we go and play it then, won't we? Kind of hope the AI's smart enough to pull out a Titan, because I'd love to kill a Titan and just say, I killed a Titan, what's up? That's the Canoness. Going to need my Stormbolt. Actually, all of you, go over there. Except for Canboy.
Until taken hold victory.
Also hoping the AI in Titanium Wars is smarter than this. These 4 squads are 4-person squads are not cool. I love these killing animations. They're so much fun. Can you imagine what it would be like if the actual, tabletop game, the figure, like, you've seen Harry Potter, right? So, like, do, Wizard's Chess only apply it to Warhammer 40k? Wouldn't that be epic to watch your Space Marines, go around and smash other things, or watch your Tyranids just rip shit apart. I probably shouldn't cuss. Someone might find out and I might get in trouble. Which would not be good. I can't get in trouble. I'm already in trouble. Sort of. Not gonna tell you why, but... Oh, come on. Stop sending battle sisters at me. They all look the same. And they've got weird pixie-looking haircut things. I mean, look at that. Seriously. I've yet to meet a girl who actually has that kind of haircut. Kind of looks like a, trying to think of the word, a Japanese Hime style haircut.
1 minute until taking hold victory.
If you want to know what that looks like, go look at the Naruto anime / manga, and the chick named Hinata has the Hime style haircut. Also, she's on another note. She's adorable. Sorry, I think Hinata's adorable. And I'm getting off track because really Naruto has absolutely nothing to do with Warhammer 40k, which is what we're looking at here. So back on topic.
30 seconds until
Having these
taking
piles of
hold
corpses
victory.
lying around is pretty cool, though. Actually, having pretty much all the bodies hang around in a multiplayer game is amazing because you just get these drifts of corpses like this. Only they're so much bigger because the AI's, you know, tends to be smarter in multiplayer games now that I think about it.
They shooting us.
Yeah. Victory! What you gonna do about it, bitches? Okay, no more cussing. Alright, but anyway, next episode we will actually be continuing our conquest of Kalrava 1 because I want to wipe all of the humans out of this sector before going down and dealing with the various other Xenos races. And these guys will be fun. Well, I don't want to say fun, you know, it'll be kind of heartbreaking for me to have to kill my own, you know, one of my favorite races, but, you know, I guess I guess I can deal with it. You know, you gotta get over it, you know, gotta accept what has happened. I'll probably kill these guys first. Anyway, so I will see you guys all later, and until then, this is Psycho Hellking signing off for this episode. So, bye-bye, and I'll see y'all later.